Hello there everybody and welcome to my review of the 75377 Invisible Hand, which retailed for $50 and retired as of a few weeks ago because this set was released in March of 2024 and would have retired on January 31st, 2025, meaning that this is technically a retired set, but you might get lucky and find it at a store. But yeah, this has an age rating of 18 plus and includes 557 pieces, and was released under the 25th anniversary subline of LEGO Star Wars. Taking a look at the side of the box, we can see this front angle, and then the LEGO logo and Starship Collection, which is what this is called instead of MIDI scale for some reason. Back of the box, we can see the invisible hand from another angle. You can see the thumb tab that fell off while I was opening the set, and we can see a picture of it from the movie and the dimensions of the set. Opening this set up, you will find a battle pack, which is a storage solution that I made. You would find it would be either 5 plastic bags or 5 paper bags, depending on if you got lucky or not, but yeah. Take a look at the instructions. First off, you can try to scan the QR code, but it's already been scanned, so it's kind of futile to do that. Anyways, you get this really odd looking front ankle of the ship that just, I don't know, it just feels weird to me the way that they do it. Yeah, just flipping through your average LEGO instructions. And yeah, and then just share your feedback at the end and the parts count. But yeah, this is a pretty average LEGO instructions, and it looks more filled with life than normal LEGO instructions do. I guess it's because it's an 18 plus set. This set has no minifigures to take a look at. We can just get straight into the build. And first, taking a look at the 25th anniversary brick. It's the 25th anniversary logo with 25 years of LEGO Star Wars. I mean, it's pretty average, and yeah, it's cool, just, you know, not really the coolest thing on earth, but hey, it's there if you want it. Taking a look at the stand, it's your average MIDI scale stand, except they slightly changed this part to make it more supportive and to where it fits the build better. You can see this printed piece that says Invisible Hand, LEGO Star Wars, and you might be confused about this piece right here. Now that's for if you don't want to have this piece on it, you can take it off and just put it right here, and boom. And if you don't like that, you can take a minifigure from your collection and put it right there on the stand in those spots. I have had issues with this piece just randomly falling off while filming this review, so yeah, I don't know if I'm just doing something wrong, but yeah, it's not the best, and it's not, I guess, scooping in all the way, so yeah, I don't know if that's just an overall issue or something that I just struggle with. Now taking a look at the actual ship, starting at the back, see these nice anglings, and then taking a look at the back, we can see the thrusters and some more pieces, and I don't really know what this thing is, but it's here, so yeah. And then everything's the same on the other side, so yeah, and a piece just fell off. Here's the bridge where Palpatine was held, and Count Dooku died in, spoilers by the way, but yeah, I mean, it represents it pretty well, and I think it looks pretty good. And they put these blue pieces here to make it like the shield they had over the hangar bay, and then these flip pieces look really nice. I like the little green points throughout the build. But now, this set does have a hangar bay inside of it, which has Obi-Wan and Anakin's interceptors in it, represented with studs, which is unfortunately not the same piece they used to represent it in the Venator, but oh well. And this microscale MTT. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool that they are able to do that in most, if not all, of the MIDI scale sets. Now, taking a look at the front end of the ship, we can see all of these G-slopes that are definitely put in the exact, you know, non-crookedness way that LEGO wants them to be. But yeah, this part was pretty tedious to do because you had to do it on both sides, and it did get kind of annoying. And same thing with like these lights down here. But yeah. Are 4 stickers in the set, and it's these 2 and the same 2 but on the other side. So yeah, I mean, these could have easily been printed, but oh well. And then right here we have like the command deck. I don't know the exact name of it, but it's still cool that it's there. And they did use what people are calling an illegal building technique, but isn't, wow, I am terrible at English, isn't really an illegal building technique because it isn't putting much stress on the clip. So yeah, it's a cool way to represent it. And The front of the ship uses like an ice skate piece to represent something, give it some more additional details, so I thought that was pretty cool. And then there's this part, which I don't really know what it's for, but looks cool. So yeah, I assume it's accurate. I do like the little splashes of yellow, although this version of yellow is probably one of my least favorite colors. It still looks pretty good. And unfortunately, there's just a little bit of tan visible underneath that piece. That kind of sucks. But yeah, the detailing looks really nice, and all the greebling and the way it just kind of goes up to the other side. And the greebling continues all the way up to the bridge, which is totally in the right position. And then it just continues to the back of the ship. This set actually has a play feature, which is a really cool feature, which is a reference to whenever the invisible hand is split in half in the movie.
Another happy landing.
Basically what you do is you just grab both ends and boom, and just there's a few clips and bars. They're able to represent it pretty well, and it's a cool feature that I think MIDI skill sets should include more features like that, like play features that don't detract from the build, that are just kind of cool to have, and maybe every now and again just someone can grab it and mess around with for a few minutes. A heavy point of controversy for this set is the fact that it included a minifigure, which I understand, but unfortunately, if LEGO were to include minifigures in this set, which would most likely be Grievous because, you know, this is his flagship, then we get hit with the Grievous tax, which takes this from a $50 set to like a $60 to $70 set, which I really hope is not interpreted as an unfunny joke. But anyways, this would definitely hurt the set a lot, because this is a much smaller MIDI scale set, and that would definitely, you know, not help it a lot, because I think this is a great set. But yeah, if it was, you know, $60 to $70, it's just going to be much harder for fans to be able to support it. And personally, I'm kind of indifferent to minifigures being included in these sets. Like, I really don't care. Cool if they are, cool if they're not. I really just don't care that much. Let's get into some comparisons. So, starting with the only other two MIDI skill sets I have being the Super Star Destroyer, this is a very good set to have next to each other, although they do not scale together whatsoever. But yeah, this is still cool to see them next to each other, both being villain ships. You know, it's pretty cool. I mean, I think I like the Super Star Destroyer just a little bit better, but they're both still good sets. I mean, 50 to 70, that feels like a nice rate of change. Now, comparing it to my other $50 MIDI skill set being the Acclimator, this is pretty good, although I do think this is a better set for the price, just because the Acclimator is much smaller, although it does have a bigger base. But yeah, I still just think that the Invisible Hand is a better priced set. But I'm pretty sure these sets aren't to scale. You know, being to scale with a Republic vehicle, this set is to scale with the MIDI scale Venator that released on January 1st, although I do not own it because it only came out 3 days ago as of recording this video, and I am not paying $80 for that. The final comparison is to the Separatist MTT, which is sad because this says $160 and this is $50, and they're about the same length. No, this is longer actually. So yeah, that's kind of sad, not gonna lie, but I mean, this would be a cool display on like a Separatist shelf, but you definitely want to keep these two further apart, because, you know, the scaling might either look really weird or make you sad for the price. Now, as another Christmas gift, I did also receive this lighting kit for the set, which is funny because if you've been a long-time fan of the channel, you would know the only other time I've gotten a lighting kit was for the MIDI scale Super Star Destroyer, so it's funny that just all the lighting kits I've gotten are for MIDI scale sets. But I mean, they do work really well for MIDI scale sets, so that's fair. Now getting into my final thoughts, I think this is a really good set, and I think LEGO should have kept it on shelves for one more year for the MIDI scale Venator, and just because of how great of a set it is. $50 was an amazing price for this set. Now that it is unfortunately retired, you might, you know, have to either pay the eBay prices or risk it and check as many stores as you possibly can for this set. But I would definitely recommend doing that because this is an amazing set, and if you're like a Clone Wars or Revenge of the Sith fan, I definitely recommend this set, although it is retired. Be sure to tell me your thoughts on this set, and if you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like. If you didn't enjoy, leave a dislike, and if you're new around here, please consider subscribing. I'm so used to giving the ultimatum that if I get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year, I'll do a toothpaste reveal. That was 2025. I need to think of a new one, because I don't want to repeat my actions.